What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Make a Meal Monday, where every Monday, Mama Retta has been teaching me and subsequently you some of her famous yet simple and delicious recipes that you can make for yourself and your family. And it's been getting everybody through the quarantine period. And it was definitely a fun thing to do, to learn something new and make myself a more well-rounded human being, that I could come out of this quarantine and now I can cook for my friends and family as well. So this is gonna be the last one because the state has officially started to reopen. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. So I figured we'd end out Make a Meal Monday with a treat.
Right.
You know, what's the best way to end a meal with? Dessert, right? So my mom makes for Christmas and Easter and all the big holidays, she makes her Italian lemon cookies, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
So they're delicious. Everybody goes nuts for them. Every time you make a tray of cookies for Christmas, they're gone in 2 seconds at the office.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show you, this isn't a basic Italian recipe. And I use lemon. People use anise, sometimes flavoring, or just vanilla flavoring. I happen to like them with the lemon taste, so I use a lemon extract instead. So I'm just gonna show you this quick, easy recipe, and you can actually double it. It makes about 8 dozen cookies if you double it, but we're only doing probably about a half a recipe today.
Yes, because we don't need that many right now.
No, we don't need that many cookies.
So what is everything we need? Because baking is a whole different monster, right?
Okay, so according to my list that I have here, we're gonna use about 6 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
Okay. 2.5 cups of flour, some flour, of course, sugar. I think it's a 3/4 cup. 3 eggs, 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. Baking powder. I have a little lemon and vanilla extract. I have also powdered sugar and milk and the lemon extract to make the glaze to go over the cookies at the end. These are the nonpareil, the colored sprinkles, and I usually put these on top of the cookies. You don't have to if you don't want to.
You usually put these on top for Christmas, and then for Easter you don't.
For Easter, I've done them where I've
make the frosting different colors.
I made the glaze all pastel colors and put them in an Easter basket, and it's so cute.
It's
but
perfect.
I got nonpareils for Chris in case he ever wants to use them. And I'm going to show you now what to do and how to get this going.
All right, let's make some cookies.
All right. First things first, you want to cream the sugar and the butter together. Going to put it in to the mixer along with the sugar. Okay. And then we're gonna put this on low. And now you noticed here I used, because this is cookie and this is gonna be a dough, I used the dough hook on my mixer. That's the dough hook. Okay. Okay, so just let the mixer, I use room temperature butter, by the way. You don't want to use cold butter. It needs to be soft so it'll mix in with the sugar. Okay, now I'm going to add the lemon extract to this. And I have about a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'll put that in. Push around everything because the butter sometimes will make it kind of stick to the side, but you just kind of work it. Just keep the mixer going.
It already smells like the cookies.
The milk. And the baking powder. You want to put like 4 nice rounded in there. 4. 1. To do is add the flour to this. So I'm going to shut the machine off. Okay, so that this doesn't splash all over us, because sometimes when you add flour to a mixers,
it'll floof.
Yeah, it can floof. Okay, so we're gonna add the flour. Okay. Put this on low and let the mixer do its magic. This dough for these particular cookies it's very sticky dough. If you keep adding flour to it to make the stickiness go away, you end up with a hard, clunky cookie. So if you want to keep these cookies light, just incorporate the flour. Once the flour's all incorporated and the dough's a little sticky, we're going to refrigerate this for 1 hour. Then we can start rolling it into balls, of course, that Italians do, and we can bake the cookies. So, okay, I'm going to shut this off. It looks like everything's been incorporated into the dough. Okay, it made a nice mixture here. So what I'm going to do, okay, is going to get this out of the bowl. Okay, you know, basically this is almost like a sugar cookie, you know? Okay, so I covered it with some saran wrap and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Okay? Okay, so it's been about an hour. We got the dough sitting in the refrigerator. We're gonna take it out on a table and Chris and I are gonna...
We're gonna roll the balls?
Okay. I have a little dish of flour here because we're just gonna lightly dust our hands with flour.
Okay.
Just lightly, just dust your hands with it. And that'll prevent the dough from sticking to your hands.
It's not sticking to me.
There you go. It's fine. Yep. And I went ahead and I started to roll one, and you're gonna, you know, roll them to be about an inch.
All right.
And place them 1.5 inches or so apart from each other on the cookie sheet.
Here we are rolling balls once again.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I'd make it a little bigger than that. And you might have to keep dusting your hands.
Yeah, the dough's definitely sticking to me right now.
Yep.
Just trying to get it off my hands. I'm just a beginner, don't judge me. I don't know the proper dusting etiquette.
Yeah. And when you're making cookies, then don't worry about getting flour all over the place because you're baking.
That's what's gonna happen, right?
It's part of the thing. And then when you cook these, when we put them in a 350-degree oven. You don't want these cookies to brown on the top. They're only supposed to brown a little bit on the bottom, so you have to check them periodically. It's only anywhere between 12 and 15 minutes depending on your oven.
Sticky hands.
And the other thing too that I forgot to mention is to make sure you grease your cookie sheets.
You sprayed them with Pam?
I sprayed them with Pam and rubbed them around so they have a light grease on them. You don't want the cookies to stick. So we're gonna put the first batch in the oven. Okay, so now the oven is at 350 and we're gonna put this on our medium. It's usually in the center rack. Let's put the cookies in. And we're gonna set the timer. Okay. I'm gonna check at 12 minutes how they look. If I think I need them for another 3 more minutes, and we'll check that out. Okay, we're gonna set these up here for a second. And you can see that they're just a little bit brown on the bottom. That's what you want. And you don't want any browning on the top, okay? You're gonna let them cool for a minute. I'm gonna get the other tray, put the other tray in. I'm just gonna put them on a cooled cookie sheet. So now while that last batch is cooking, I can start getting the stuff ready for the glaze. But what we're gonna do is about 2 cups of confectioner's sugar. Okay, we got right here. Okay. Next you can use water, but I like to use milk. Just gonna start off with a little bit. Don't put too much. Because then if it ends up being too runny, you're gonna have to put in more confectionery sugar. This is lemon extract. Okay, that was probably about a teaspoon or so. And I'm gonna start mixing this up. When I make the glaze for my cookies, I like the glaze to be very thick. You know, just a little less than frosting consistency. Okay, but you want to first start out with a little bit of each thing at a time, because if you add, like I say, too much milk, it will be too runny. Okay, and if it's too thick, you can always add a few drops of milk at a time until you get the consistency that you want. Okay, and for we have probably just shy of 3 dozen cookies, so this should be enough to frost them. Okay, just keep working it. I might add just a few drops of milk to this, not much, just a teeny bit. I get it to where I want it to be. Just work with it till you see you getting something like this that's gonna go on the cookie and stick, you know, and not run off the entire cookie. So I like the consistency that I have right now of this. And what I'm gonna do is, because we're still waiting for those cookies to cool, okay, I'm just gonna let that be. Just put this milk away. And I'm gonna get a piece of saran wrap to cover this, because I don't want it to get hard.
Second batch getting close to being done.
Yeah. Okay. And there's our second cookie sheet. Oh, now it's time to glaze the cookies. So you grab the cookie, just dip it in the glaze like this. Pull it out of there. Okay, and set it down. And you just keep doing this for all the cookies. And usually after I glaze about 4 or 5 of them, then I'll get the sprinkles and start putting the sprinkles on, because if you wait too long, the glaze starts drying and the sprinkles won't stick. So,
gotta sprinkle these ones.
yeah. And just put the little sprinkles on.
And some commentary from the neighbor dogs as well. They're excited too.
Because it's nice outside. They're outside. Okay, so we're just gonna continue to keep doing this.
And there we have it. 34 Italian lemon cookies.
Yes, this is a traditional Italian cookie.
All right, moment of truth. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Grab one. Grab a cookie.
That came out good.
They're very light
Cheers.
and airy.
Perfect little treat, dessert. Make for yourselves. Super easy as far as baking. And like I said, these are kind of like the Christmas version or everyday version. And then for Easter, she would just add in some different food coloring to the glaze.
Yeah, I do like four different little dishes, and one would be like light pink, light yellow, light green, and light blue. I put them in an Easter
Pastel
basket,
colors.
and I used to bring them to my sister-in-law's. Yep.
So, there you go. Italian lemon cookies. Bon appetit. Thank you guys for tuning in every week for Make a Meal Monday. We had a lot of fun. I definitely learned a lot, and hopefully we'll keep practicing. Mom, thank you for all the information.
I had fun too. It was fun spending time with him. I'm glad he got to learn how to make some basic things. Then I don't have to worry about him, you know, eating out all the time. Now he can start cooking.
I still will, but
things
at least I can cook a little bit more.
No, which I'm glad.
All right, guys. Hope
Bye,
everybody's
thank you.
staying safe and healthy. Light at the end of the tunnel. Stay safe when you get out there. Again, thank you guys for watching. Happy
Bye-bye.
Make a Meal Monday.